What happens when the person warning about artificial intelligence walks directly into the company that created it? According to the original account, author Dave Eggers visited OpenAI headquarters and delivered a blunt warning about ChatGPT's impact on education. He described the effect of ChatGPT on educators' lives as catastrophic. He also warned that generative AI could be silencing an entire generation. That sounds extreme, but what does it actually mean? Are students losing their creativity? Are teachers losing the ability to tell what students genuinely understand? And is ChatGPT becoming a tool for learning, or simply a shortcut around learning? Before we dive deeper, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's break down Eggers' criticism, the risks generative AI creates for education, and how students and teachers can use these tools without giving up the thinking process that makes learning meaningful. Dave Eggers is not simply reacting to the latest technology trend. He is a best-selling author, publisher, and advocate for creativity and education. Through his writing and nonprofit work, he has spent much of his career thinking about how young people develop their voices, how stories are created, and how institutions influence culture. That background is important because Eggers' criticism is not only about ChatGPT producing incorrect answers. His deeper concern is what happens when students stop developing their own ideas before they ever have the chance to express them. Writing is not just a way to communicate what you already know. Writing is also one of the ways you discover what you think. You begin with a rough idea. You try to organize it. You realize that your first argument is weak. You search for a better example. You rewrite the introduction. Eventually, something clearer emerges. That process can feel slow. It can feel frustrating, but the struggle is part of the education. Now, consider a typical school assignment. A student is asked to write an essay about a novel, explain a historical event, or defend an argument about a social issue. Before generative AI, the student had to read the material, identify important ideas, make connections, and express those ideas in their own words. The result might not be perfect. The writing could be awkward. The argument might need more evidence. But the student was practicing. Today, that same assignment can be completed in seconds with a simple prompt. A student can ask ChatGPT for a summary, a thesis statement, a complete essay, supporting examples, and even a conclusion. The final product may look polished, but the student may not understand the argument, remember the evidence, or know how to recreate the reasoning independently. That is the difference between producing an answer and developing an ability. And this problem goes beyond essays. Students may stop generating their own research questions. They may ask AI to interpret a poem before forming an opinion. They may use it to solve a math problem without understanding the method. They may avoid the uncomfortable moment when an idea is still incomplete. The student is still submitting words, but fewer of those words may represent the student's own developing voice. That is what Eggers means when he warns about silencing an entire generation. The concern is not necessarily that students will stop talking. The concern is that they may stop forming original thoughts before the machine forms them on their behalf. But here's the good news. The answer is not to pretend AI does not exist. The answer is to understand what students lose when every difficult step is outsourced. When you wrestle with a difficult question, you are not just searching for the correct answer. You are building judgment. You learn how to separate strong evidence from weak evidence. You learn how to explain an idea clearly. You learn how to recognize contradictions. You learn how to continue when your first attempt fails. Those skills matter far beyond the classroom. They affect how you evaluate news, make business decisions, communicate at work, and participate in public life. A student who has never practiced forming an argument may struggle later when a manager asks for a recommendation. A future founder who has never developed an original research question may struggle to identify a real market problem. A citizen who cannot evaluate evidence independently becomes more vulnerable to misinformation. AI can generate a convincing answer, but convincing is not the same as correct. Polished is not the same as thoughtful. That is why the central question is not, can AI write this for you? The better question is, what part of the thinking should still belong to you? This is also not the first time technology has disrupted education. Calculators changed how students approached mathematics. Search engines changed how people conducted research. Wikipedia changed how quickly information could be accessed. Each technology created concerns that students would stop memorizing, researching, or thinking. Some of those fears were overstated, but education still had to adapt. The important difference with generative AI is that it does not simply retrieve information. It can produce essays, explanations, arguments, summaries, and creative work that appear to be original. That makes the challenge more complicated. A calculator generally helps you perform a calculation. ChatGPT can generate the explanation, select the structure, and present the final answer. Schools therefore need to distinguish between using AI to support a process and using AI to replace the process entirely. For example, a student could write a first draft and ask AI to identify unclear sentences. That preserves the student's ideas while improving communication. A student could solve a problem independently and then ask AI to explain another method. That expands understanding. A student could form an argument and then ask AI to present opposing viewpoints. That encourages critical thinking. Instead of asking only for a final essay, they can ask students to explain why they chose a particular argument and how their thinking changed during the process. Instead of asking only for a final essay, they can ask students to explain why they chose a particular argument and how their thinking changed during the process. So what should teachers, parents, and students do? Teachers can redesign assignments around personal experience, classroom discussion, oral explanations, and visible drafts. That process can feel slow. It can feel frustrating, but the struggle is part of the education. Parents can ask a simple question. Show us how you got there. That shifts attention away from whether the final answer sounds impressive and toward whether the student actually understands it. Students can use AI as a debate partner, tutor, editor, or brainstorming assistant, but they should keep ownership of the central idea. Technology companies also have responsibilities. If AI developers know that their products are being used in classrooms, they should build features that encourage learning instead of quietly optimizing for instant completion. That could include guided questions, source verification, step-by-step explanations, and prompts that ask students to attempt a problem before revealing an answer. The goal is not to keep AI outside education. That is unrealistic. The goal is to make sure education does not become a process where the machine performs the thinking and the student simply approves the result. The stakes are larger than homework. If an entire generation becomes dependent on automated answers, society could lose more than writing ability. It could lose originality, judgment, patience, and the confidence to think independently. Those are the qualities that lead to scientific breakthroughs, strong companies, meaningful art, and healthy democratic debate. AI is not magic. It is engineering, product discipline, and relentless execution. But the people using AI still need curiosity, skepticism, and responsibility. The future of work will reward people who know how to use AI, but it will reward even more those who can decide what should be built, which problems are worth solving, and when the machine's answer should be challenged. That is why Eggers' warning deserves attention, even if the word catastrophic feels extreme. The question is not whether ChatGPT is good or bad. The question is whether education will be designed around human development or around maximum convenience. Generative AI can help students learn. It can expand access, improve communication, and unlock new possibilities. But when it becomes a replacement for effort, it can weaken the very skills education is supposed to build. So ask yourself, is AI helping you think more clearly or helping you avoid thinking altogether? The hype cycle rewards noise. The market rewards outcomes, and education should reward understanding, not just polished output. And if you want to dig deeper into the real impact of AI on creativity, check out the related video in the corner. It's a must-watch for anyone invested in the future of learning. See you in the next one.